right, we have Bruno here. He is our 10-month-old German Shepherd. I've actually had Bruno in the program since he was about 12 weeks old. He's done puppy pre-K with me, puppy kindergarten, and then his family brought him back for the Canine Complete program, which is a 4-week program. Initially, when I met Bruno, he was very reactive to people, and that continued to progress over time. He's always been super dog friendly, but always very hesitant, especially with men when they approach. His family could not take him out in public whatsoever without reactivity. They really struggled walking him in the neighborhood as well. And so my goals was to build confidence and to teach him to focus on me, so when I transfer him home, those skills apply as well. I did decide to use the e-collar with Bruno. Sometimes with my behavior cases, I choose to go the opposite route. I very much knew that this was going to be a positive benefit for him. In addition to that, because he's over 60 pounds, he can be pretty difficult on leash when he's getting reactive, so we've added in the prong factor to his training as well. And he responds very beautifully to just a simple correction. There's no popping him back, there's none of that necessary. He did really well for that part of his training program. Right now we are doing place. So Bruno probably struggles with this more than he struggles with anything. Because my primary goal was to get him through his behavior modification, I put the place work a little bit more on the back seat than I would in general. So he has it on board, but his family will need to continue that. Place. If Bruno takes a step off of his placemat, I'm going to go ahead and use the vibrate button. That's the T for tone on the upper right-hand corner of this remote. So if he stuck his paw out right now, I would correct him with the vibrate. That's our no button. No, don't do that. No, don't jump on the counters. Hey, quit mounting that dog. No. So just remember, keep in mind that that part of the remote is simply no for all of his commands. When I want Bruno to do something for me, I actually just use the one, the non-stimulus one that keeps going. So I'm not going to consistently shock him for something I need him to do. I'm going to use this top button on the left labeled S to free him from his mat, to get him to sit, to get him to wait. That's when that button comes into play. So in order to get him off his placemat, Bruno, free. Yes, good boy. Sit. Yes, down. Good boy, stay. Bruno, free. That's when I hit that button again. Good boy. Bruno, place. That button comes in handy again. Now, like with most dogs, you really have to play with the numbers on a day-to-day basis. It really depends on his mood sometimes. But Bruno sits around a 13 for his regular yes commands, and then I have to amp it up a little bit more when I need him to quit mounting and quit doing other things. In addition to just using the single button for his yes, I will use the one that's continuous for a recall. So if Bruno is across the field, I will use this red button to get him to recall back to me, and that cue is here. So you'll see it here when we do this. Bruno, here. And that's when that continuous comes into play. Yes. Go all the way. Good boy. Bruno also has good leash walking skills on board. It's been nice because I've had him for such a long time, like puppyhood to early adult, that we've been able to work on this for a while. So we have a pretty loose leash. Now before I walk him in and out of any door, I make Bruno sit, wait, and then before we can move forward, he has to make eye contact with me. So he's gotten in the habit of doing it on his own. Yes, and then we can move forward. Good boy. And then for any sort of reactivity in home, you're going to want to put him back on his place, sit, get him to calm down, and for any reactivity towards a stranger, you can use the vibrate on your remote to get him back to you. So I would go ahead and vibrate Bruno here to build that eye contact again, because eye contact is the most important part of his behavior. All right, buddy? Good job. Boy. Okay, so I just wanted to showcase Bruno walking through a coffee shop, a public coffee shop, during the day when it's probably pretty busy here right now. We have frequented this shop a lot, so he's definitely comfortable here, but he's also been to so many other places. So I'll show you what we do to get him through doors, and then it'll be a quiet walk through the rest of the time. Let's go. Sit. A nice gentle pull up on that, no pushing that too hard. Bruno, check it. Wait. Okay. Hi, Bruno. Good boy. So you can see his reactivity has really, really chilled out. That's perfect.